Welcome to 2018. In the past year, we have been developing G Suite dashboards using simply a Google Sheet, SIS data, and Google Sites. With the discovery of Google Data Studio, we have found that we can present the same kind of data all on a website. So you can do all your filtering and drill down directly in the site, and you don't really need to use the sheet. You actually get even more access to drilling down into your data a little deeper. Here, take a peek.
So here is an instance of Data Studio for a small to mid-sized school district. In this example, what you can see is when we mouse over any of the graphs, we get a pop-up, helps us view that data a little more easily. Across the top, I have some scorecard metrics that these do not change. They're just a display of how this school district is doing as a whole. These metrics right now are the same because I haven't used any filters. I'm going to show you how we work with the filters now. My green line here is my filters, and my sorting is done with the headers of the table. So for instance, if I click on attendance and sort descending, there's my 100% attendance. If I were to only look at the 100% attendance, you can see that there's 90 students in the district with 100% attendance, and I can actually see all 90 of those students there. If I was interested in a school, I could say I want to know how many students had 100% attendance at the middle school, and there's my number right there. Also shows me my SPED count on those particular students. So you can sort, and I could look at, I'm looking at 100%. I can sort, and now I'm sorting my middle school kids, but I'm sorting with the attendance in ascending. So right there I'm looking at my most absent students, and you can see I've got a handful of students, and then we jump up to 93% or above as we move through some of these students. So as I sort, I would actually see my students as I take a look at that. So that would be looking at a particular school, and then I can always reset the filter and look at all of the students. One of the nice things I like about this is I can go into ethnicity, for instance, and look at my Hispanic attendance, and I can then filter that down into my Hispanic attendance for a school, or looking at a different school. Very quickly, and you can see when you click on a filter, it shows you how many students would be applied when I choose that filter. In this case, I only have 8 students that have that, and again at that school my Hispanic attendance is a little bit lower. If I went back and wondered what the overall attendance was at that school, a little bit higher. So I can drill down into attendance and do some comparisons. Let me go back to my filters, set them all back to normal. So that is the first page, but a Data Studio report can have multiple pages. So when we move to page 2, what I'm looking at here is a little bit of a drill down. It's that same information we had on the front page as far as counts in the schools, but I can drill down into, and down here I have my meal counts and I have my SPED counts by code. And those of you that would be working in schools would know what these codes mean. I can drill down into a school and look at my counts for meal status and SPED counts within a school. I could also decide I want to look at 2 schools. So now I'm looking at 1,149, half the students, middle school and high school, with my grade levels and my grade level counts. Or I can decide I only want to look at 1 elementary school. There's my students, 361, and so forth. So lots of drill down capability, and any data that we're able to pull out of the SIS, we could work with this and build a report. So I hope you enjoyed this. Happy New Year. This is a working example that you can find here on the website at G Suite Pros, and you can take a look and play around with this to see how you can use the filters yourself.